Very well, Council. We resume.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I recall Mr. Sanajaju. He's on standby from the United States of America.
Sanajaju.
Afternoon, Sana. Are you hearing me?
Yes, ma'am.
It has gone. Hello, Mr. Jaju.
Yes, ma'am, I'm hearing you.
We are reminding you of your oath, that still you are on the oath.
Sure.
Okay.
Mr. Jaju, thank you for your cooperation. We had a power outage, and that disrupted the proceedings.
You're most welcome, Honorable Council.
On the last adjourned date, you were giving evidence.
Yes, ma'am.
And your last piece of evidence was with regard to persons who, in your view, frequented the office of the President. And,
yes, ma'am.
And you named several persons.
Yes, ma'am.
Starting with the first person you named, Mr. Bazi, Mohammed Bazi.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us anything about the nature of the business which took him to the office of the President?
Actually, I cannot say specifically the business that took him to the office of the President. All I was informed is coming to have an audience with the President, and I did my protocol necessary duties, that's all.
You were Chief of Protocol for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you, or has the President met with Mr. Bazi anywhere else outside of the State House whilst you were Chief of Protocol?
Yes, when we were in France on medical, when the President was on medical in France, Mr. Bazi was there, he came. That is the only place I can recall seeing Mr. Bazi with the President outside the jurisdiction of the State House and the Gambia.
When was this that he had his medicals in France?
I cannot recall the exact year, but it happens around 2013, 2014.
How long were you in France on that occasion, do you recall?
Just 3 days, the fourth one we came back home.
When you say Mr. Bazi came, what did he come for? Was it a visit? Did he stay with the President? What?
He came to the hospital where the President was having the medical checkup.
Right. Did he come to Kanilai? Did you visit the Kanilai with the President whilst you were Chief of Protocol?
No, there was never a time in my presence we received Mr. Bazi in Kanilai. Yes, ma'am.
What about Mr. Buzaino? Mr. Buzaino, Nicolas Buzaino?
Yeah, Nicolas Buzaino, on almost 3 to 4 occasions, I ushered him into the President's office in Banjo, but not Kanilai.
Anywhere else other than was ambassador, according to the records in...
Yes, when we met at Dubai, when we went to Dubai, he came, he was frequent around the hotel we were staying in Dubai. Our last trip, I think we came back home, I cannot remember the exact day, but we came back home around January something, because 30th of December met us on Dubai. Ambassador Buzani was there. He met us severally at the hotel.
You went to Dubai, what was the nature of the president's visit to Dubai?
It was a family, I think, vacation for the kids and the president.
It was a vacation?
Yeah, it was a vacation for the kids, the president's kids, Mariam and Mohammed. It was basically a family vacation.
Okay. Mr. Buzenu came there. Do you know what the purpose of
Buzenu,
Yes.
He received us at the airport upon landing at airport Dubai. Then he took us to the hotel where we are lodged. So most of the time he do pass by to check on us.
Right. Apart from Banjul and Dubai, anywhere else? Have you met Mr. Buzenu anywhere else?
No, that's the only two locations I met him.
Do you know anything about the nature of his dealings with the president?
No, ma'am.
Now, Mr. Buzenu, at least the Buzenus were involved in a company called Westwood in Gambia. Westwood.
Westwood?
Yes. The exportation of timber.
I've never heard of that company.
The third person you mentioned was Mr. Samba, Amadou Samba.
Yes, ma'am.
What can you tell us about his relationship with the president?
Nothing, because Ahmad Samba do come like other ordinary people that come and seek for audience. And most of the time, even when we have programs like at the State House, if Ahmad is not there, the president himself will ask me, why is Ahmad Samba is not here? I will say either I call the phone, he is not in town, or the number is unreachable. That's all I can say about Ahmad Samba. But I cannot specifically say that he comes for business or any other thing.
Okay, we are losing the witness a little bit. What about Mr. Babukar Suma?
Abubakar Suma is he is frequent at State House. He is a brother to the First Lady.
Okay. Does he have any business dealings with the president?
I could not actually say, because most of the time when we come to office, the president will inform me, Bubakar is coming to see me. So when he is at the State House, the gate, then they will call me for clearance. He will come as usual. I will usher him in. Then they will have their meeting privately.
Hmm. Did you meet him outside the Gambia?
Bubakar, yes, when we were in Morocco, he was frequent at the hotel.
Does he live in Morocco?
I believe so, he lives in Morocco.
Did you visit Guinea-Conakry with the president at any time?
I've never been to Guinea-Conakry with the president.
What about Tibu Kamara?
Tibu Kamara is married to First Lady's elder sister, Mariam Suma. He was also frequent in Gambia.
Did you meet him anywhere else apart from Gambia?
Yeah, Tibu met us in Ivory Coast when we are in Yamoussoukro, when we went for the ECOWAS summit.
Does he have any, what is his connection to Ivory Coast?
I think basically he was also there during that time, so we happened to be at the hotel, so he came to pass by to see the president.
So you are not aware of any business dealings between him and the president?
Absolutely no. All I was introduced, he is a he's a husband to the First Lady's sister. So he is coming to see the president to say hi. And upon his arrival, I announced him to the president, let him in. They had their own meeting. I retired.
As chief of protocol, did you visit Kanilai with the president? You said you did, I believe.
Yes, most of the time I'm in Kanilai with him when we have programs there like cabinet retreats or function celebration. That is most of the time I'll be with him. But if he is going on his own private, like weekends or holidays, I'm always at Banjul at the office. I can only show up in Kanilai if he needs me.
In terms of developments at Kanilai, the evidence before this commission is that a great deal of money was spent on some projects in Kanilai. This includes the building of houses, the building of recording studio, an institute. What can you tell us about these? Dormitories as well?
Actually, I could not say anything about this, but I know most of the time when he requested, that's where I deliver the money. I will drive with an escort to Kanilai and hand over the funds to him, but I cannot actually say how those projects and buildings were funded. And
you're saying he requested money when he was at Kanilai?
Yeah, most of these transactions, some of the transactions I delivered it when he requested, and whilst he was in Kanilai, that's where I'm going to take the money and deliver it.
Let's talk a bit about celebrities. Now, we've been told that the president was in touch with celebrities who were introduced to him, and we have evidence, of course, about some of the events related to celebrities. Did you meet celebrities through, well, in the company as chief of the president? What can you tell us about celebrities, the president?
I did. I could vividly remember we were celebrating the 50th independent anniversary of the Gambia.
Okay.
A list was brought in to me through Lamin Manga, Mr. Lamin Manga, former Director General of GRTS. That boss, meaning the former president, wanted to invite his following celebrities, the Nigerian, I think, actors and actresses, which I confirmed with himself. He said yes. He gave the instruction to Lamin Manga. So we did the arrangement for them to come, their air tickets, and we host them. It's about 7 years of them. I could remember them.
Did you say 7 names?
Yes, I have 7 names. Those people, they are familiar because
we are losing you a little. Could you repeat what you said last?
I said there are 7 of them. I'm familiar with their faces. I know them. They are top actresses, and I know their actress names. Those are the names I'm familiar with.
Could you give us their names and where they came from?
I think one, Mr. Ibu from Nigeria.
Ibu.
You have, yes, Ibu.
That's the only.
Yes,
name?
we have one, Francis Duru.
Mr. Could you explain a little bit about each of the persons you mentioned? Ibu is a very short name for a Nigerian name. Sounds more a Gambian name. Can you spell it?
Yeah, his name is, I think the acting he played is Mr. Ibu, but his actual name is, I think, I don't know, John Okafor, something like that.
Okay. You had tickets issued, so you must have
the tickets. The tickets were issued. All the president want me to do, I just call Arik Air around somewhere else, Kairaba Avenue, to spoke to somebody there. Then Lamin Manga himself went there to make the necessary arrangement. All I have to do is just to inform the airlines and inform the State House commander of their arrival, so for them to prepare vehicle and security escorts for them.
Okay, let's go over the list. So Ibu, you said his real name is...
His real name, I could recall, is John Okafor.
Okafor. What is he?
Yes, then Francis Duru, that's the...
John is what sort of artist? What sort of artist is he?
He's I think he does comedy artist, Mr. Ibo. He's commonly known all over as Mr. Ibo, but his real name is John Okafor.
Okay, the second person? What about
the second person is also an actor. His name is Francis Duru.
He's an actor.
Yes, he's Francis Duru. He was the one leading the delegation.
The third person?
The third person is commonly known as Mama G, but his real name is Patient Okafor Duru.
Mama G?
Yes, that's his actress name, but I think her real name is Patient Okafor. Yes.
All right, the fourth person?
The fourth person is Jackie Appiah. She's a Ghanaian actress.
The fifth person?
The fifth person is, I think the real name is Chinedu. I'm not familiar, but we refer them. They are two, Aki and Popo.
Also from Nigeria?
They are also from Nigeria.
But the sixth?
Mona Lisa Chinda.
An actress?
That's her real name. She is an actress.
And the seventh?
And the seventh person is Kanayo or Kanayo.
Also an actor. An actor, is it male or female?
He is an actor. He is male.
All right. So you're saying you arranged for these 7 people to come with?
Yes. When the instruction was given to me, all the president wanted me is to inform the airline that Mr. Lamin Manga will be there to make this arrangement for their tickets for them to come. So Lamin Manga called me that these people are coming at this time. He confirmed his ticket and have it sent to them. So all I did is just to inform the State Guard commander that this is the following delegation who are invited to come and grace the and they will be arriving this particular social time for them to provide them vehicles and pick up at the airport.
So they were paid for? The tickets were paid for? Who arranged their tickets?
Their tickets were...
By the office of the president? Their tickets were paid for by the office?
Lamin Manga brought in an invoice. When he brought the invoice to the president, he delivered. I think the president gave him money to go and pay.
Where did they stay?
Oh, I think most of them stayed at Coco Ozone. Either Coco Ozone or Ozone Bay Hotel. These two hotels has to be one.
So what role did they play in the celebrations? What role did they play during the celebration? What did they do?
Basically nothing. They just invited. They just came. They are invited like other guests.
I see. Any other celebrities? We have come across.
These are the ones I remember. The rest are musicians.
Musicians.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us about them.
The musicians who were there, those I can remember that came is one Sekuba Bambino from Mali. Okay. Yes, I think Mali. Yes. Then you have Uza from Senegal.
Okay.
You have Kumba Gawlo from Senegal too. Then you have Titi from Senegal. Most of these people do attend his birthday celebrations. And there is another one, Nkuli Dubi. Nkuli is the daughter of late Lucky Dubi.
Lucky Dube?
Yes.
Okay. So
Nkuli came with the full band during the celebration of the Gambia's 58th independence celebration.
Independence celebration? When
yes, ma'am.
Okay. The other ones that you mentioned, why did they come? Did they have a show or?
Yeah, the Senegalese, most of them is either a jamboree or the president's birthday, because after the banquet, he will throw a musical jamboree at Makati Square, whereby everybody is invited, but the banquet is restricted, it's strictly by invitation.
So, did he give these people money?
Most of the time when they are performing, when they are on stage, he will be giving money to ministers and some of the invited guests to go and give them whilst they are performing on stage.
He will give the ministers and the guests money.
He has to go and give it to the performing musician on stage. Whilst they are dancing, they will be giving them money.
All right. There was a lot of talk about the president handing over cash gifts to celebrities and musicians. Did you witness any of these?
The one I witnessed specifically is these Nigerians, because immediately after the independence celebration, they paid him a courtesy call at the State House. The ceremony was held at the Cabinet Office at the State House. He handed over gifts to them, and I think $30,000 each.
$30,000 each?
Each, yes.
To how
that
many?
Is very good.
To all 7 of them? To all 7?
Yes. To all seven of them. Actually, it's not 7, it's 8. Aki and Popo is 2 people. We call them Aki and Popo because they look like twins. They are 2 short people, so it's 8 of them.
Or the dwarf-like
yes, those
actors?
2, yes. Aki and Popo, both of them were around.
8 people times
yes,
30,000?
Yes, 30,000 was
30,000 United States dollars.
And a gift bag, but the gift bag, I didn't know what is there, but 30,000, I had it from when the president was giving his addressing them on the courtesy call, so I know that there were $30,000 given to each.
Okay, this was which year? Independence celebration of which year?
The 50th independence celebration. 50th. Yes. I think the Golden Jubilee.
Golden Jubilee. Yes, we all remember. We all remember that. The musicians from Senegal that you mentioned, what about those ones?
The musicians specifically, there was no amount handed in my presence, but I know when they are performing on stage, the president is giving money to people around him to be taking money whilst they are dancing. They were spraying money on them.
We have come across the names of Americans, African Americans, it seems, who were being sponsored by the president. What can you tell us about these people?
Actually, I didn't have much to say about those people. I didn't know them personally. Yes.
Mr. Jajo, are you there?
I'm right here, ma'am.